It's about that time of the week again where we'll bring you sizzling and interesting reports on the program NEWSCOPE. I am Rachel Uko. This week has been such an interesting week. From the endorsement of Senator Prince Vasi Edetu to our governor and his deputy, Right Honorable Peter O'Day. So on our lineup for this week's edition, we have beautiful reports. We'll be looking at the Democracy Day, like I said earlier, the endorsement of our governor for his second term bid. We will also be looking at street trading in Calabar Metropolis. This has been a pressing issue, and we hope relevant authorities come to our aid to clear this menace. All this and many more will come your way shortly. Do stay with us. Thanks for staying with us. Celebrating his 10 years in office as a legislator and now the chief whip of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Hilary Bisong organized his colloquium with the theme Lawmaking and Constitutional Democracy, the Nigerian Experience, the report.
The state governor, Senator Basio II, has described the chief whip of the state 10th House of Assembly member representing Bukitu State constituency, Right Honorable Hilary Bisong, as a man that has helped in building and shaping the landscape of the state politics and the nation at large. Governor Basio II, who was represented by the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Elvet Ayambem, disclosed this during the 10th year anniversary of Right Honorable Hilary Bisong as member representing Bukitu State constituency held in Calabar with the theme Lawmaking and Constitutional Democracy, the Nigerian Experience. Governor Tu said the chief whip has contributed significantly in the state politics through the State House of Assembly as a member to develop the state in moving motions and sponsoring bills that has helped in the growth of the state.
And then the topic is very captivating because it has to do with democracy and the legislature at large. And so many persons have given very evidential statements about the performance of Right Honorable Hilary. And I rightly said that legislators are like wine. The older they are, the more refined they become. And so I'm happy to have mingled with him. I'm happy for the years we have spent together in the legislature. My sincere wish for Right Honorable Hilary is that he doesn't end here. His 10 years will just be his stepping stone. Greater heights await him.
Speaking, Senator Eteng Williams, Right Honorable Joseph Bassi, Right Honorable Onofiok Luke, and Dr. Erasmus Ekbang, among others, said Honorable Hilary Bisong's 10 years in the State House of Assembly is for development, not only to the state, but for the nation.
A great guy, fresh I mentored him, listened to him, I told you what he's doing, what he's doing, that is what the parliamentarian should do. The parliamentarian needs to come to it. And we have just assembled all the best brains in the parliament, different fields. What you see is a product of so many years of being in the parliament. What you experience. So for me, Hilary has done well, and I wish him well.
He's been a colleague of mine for years. The president had to come in for this event because Hilary have shown a lot of experience in politics and in legislature. He's a very intelligent and smart legislator. And genuinely, most people don't appreciate legislators because they don't know the functions of the legislature. The legislative arm of government is the most sensitive and one of the most is the basic foundation of governance.
Not just to count the number of years, but the impact it has created from the bills which reflect the wishes and aspirations of the people, from his representation, and from the benefits that he has been able to attract for his constituent. And so as he does this, I ask for more grace of God upon his life. And just as the Bible has said, that may his hand be strengthened like the hand of Cyrus. And may the Spirit of God, I pray, Isaiah 11 verse 2 upon him, the Spirit of might, the Spirit of wisdom, the Spirit of wise counsel, the Spirit of strength. And moreover, I wish him greater glory. He will move from one position to other.
The democracy of Nigeria is not going to be explained in an arithmetic, progression. It's going to be another kind of progression. We are doing about 60-something years as a country that has been relieved from independence. We have the likes of the British, France, and America that have done about 200 years of democracy. My point why I'm saying this is that we need time. Gradually, we're getting there.
The celebrant, Right Honorable Hilary Bison, stressed on the challenges, achievements, and contributions he has made in the State Assembly in his 10 years as a House member.
I'm charging us. I have discovered in my journey that one of the fundamental lack in our governance, in our democratic governance, in the legislature, between the people and the legislature, because the people doesn't know what is enshrined in the Constitution. What are the fundamental duties of legislature? How could they hold them accountable? They hold them accountable to things that the Constitution does not provide for them, which are very important anyway, like Senator John Owaneno said. If you don't do them, you don't win elections. We are judged by the number of burials you attend, judged by the number of traditional marriages sponsored, judged by the number of weddings sponsored, judged by how many people you pay money, judged by that. Those are not constitutional responsibility placed upon.
Some of his colleagues and others wished him well as a House member.
Right Honorable Hilary Dixon, we call him the brain box of the Assembly, the institutional memory of the Assembly. That is what we call him. Every member of Cross River State House of Assembly respects him so much because he has all the information of the Assembly at the tip of his hand. So today we are gathered here to celebrate him. We are gathered here to witness what he is displaying today. All his achievement, all his knowledge that he has passed, that is what we are here celebrating today.
I wish Honorable Hilary Bison the best luck, favor and grace as he climbs up the legislative hierarchy. Putting 10 years with a lot of institutional memory, a lot of passion and understanding of his people. I believe that he will continue to grow from strength.
I'm here to support him. I think that Hilary Foundation has done a lot for the state and for the entire country. Because these laws, that he will complete these laws, he will go and the laws will stay. I think that is what's important.
And today is one of those days that I'm very, very proud of my son Hilary. Especially deeming it wise to celebrate 10 years as a legislator. Normally in this part of the world we hear people celebrating marriage, wedding, anniversaries, birthdays, and not celebrating the number of years they are spent in a career or in a vocation. So this is really very special, very good of it, very thoughtful, very innovative and creative.
The celebrant is somebody I have watched grow as a toddler, and it is amazing. I'm very happy to see that he has grown to this height, and I know he will grow to greater heights because he is living according to his name.
He's very cordial, very collaborative. It's a relationship that I've been able to produce excellent, purposeful leadership by the governor. We have the governor that he himself is a senior parliamentarian, so he knows how to build a strong relationship with the legislature, which is very evident in the progress we're making in the state. So I must say it's very collaborative. And you can see that it's also productive because of that collaboration.
The event featured a keynote address, presentation of awards, as well as certificates. In Calabar, Ekejomba reporting.
Thank you for that report, and congratulations once again to Right Honorable Hilary Bison, the Chief Whip of the Cross River State House of Assembly. In a powerful display of support, stakeholders in Odukbangi local government area have unanimously endorsed Governor Basio II and President Bola Tinubu for a second term, highlighting the administration's significant positive impact on Cross River State and Nigeria. The event, which was held at the council headquarters in Odukpani local government area, drew the who is who in the area, ranging from the National Assembly members to the traditional rulers, political figures, and residents of the area. Government House correspondent Sunday Ina brings us the details.
The rally, which drew youth groups, women organizations, religious fathers, traditional rulers, support groups, and political leadership, with Senator Asukwe Penyong and Honorable Basi Akaba, as well as the House of Assembly member, affirming and endorsing the governor, Senator Basi Otu, with Right Honorable Peter Ode and the President, Ahmed Bola Tinubu, for a second term in office. The rally, amidst cultural parade and goodwill messages from APC leaders, state appointees, was attended by Engineer Benakak, the Obong of Calabar represented by Etubum Oku Ekpenyo, Mayor of Calabar, and all political wards of Odukpani. Addressing the crowd, the Governor Senator Basi Otu, represented by his Chief of Staff, Emmanuel Ayomba, said the endorsement is an historic moment in political landscape of the state that the sitting governor within 2 years to be endorsed by the people. He said the endorsement is an appreciation of the various transformational development across the nooks and crannies of the state and serves as a stimulant for more performance and urge the people to work hard and stand united in building a great state.
That the man that is a governor today is a testament to good governance. He was in House of Rep, he's your son. In House of Rep, he has performed. Nobody has been able to surpass him up to date. He was a senator for one term, and he did exceedingly well. And that admiration, remained up to date. And today, God has brought him when we needed a real governor. Our state was badly in the deplorable stage, and the only man that could do this is the man that God has brought in this very season, and is no other person but His Excellency Senator Prince Basi Otu. If he could do this within 2 years, you are challenging him that he can do more than this in the next 2 years and 8 years as a whole.
The senator representing Cross River South, Senator Asukwe Penyong, and the member representing Odukpani and Calabar Municipality in the House of Representatives, Honorable Basi Akaba, represented by the former MD of Water Board, Victor Ekpo, said the rally was more of a thank you to a man who has shown great strides, adding that the season of sweetness can be felt across the length and breadth of the state, and the endorsement of both the president and the governor for a second term till 2031.
Endorsing our president, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for a second term. We have all seen his works. Last year, he flagged off the Lagos to Calabar highway. Some months ago, they flagged off the Calabar end of the Lagos-Calabar highway. 2 weeks ago, or about a week ago, they commissioned the first 30 kilometers of that highway. Thanking the other 17 local governments that have so far endorsed our son, our working son, Sweet Prince Basi Otu, and have endorsed him till 2031 as governor of this great state. To move this motion, that we endorse our son, Senator Prince Basi Otu, for his second term till 2031. Those in favor say aye! Those in favor say aye!
On behalf of the traditional chiefs, the paramount ruler of Odukpani, Etenyin Otu Asukwo Otu Mesembe VI, who spoke through Professor Eyo Etemyong, listed infrastructure like roads, agriculture, social security, entrepreneurship, among other development that the governor and Mr. President deserve a second term in office.
We were not shouting back to South in vain. God blessed us with a governor that has proven that indeed the South had something to offer the entire state and our country beyond. Endorsing him for a second term is a unanimous decision. all other traditional rulers here gathered are very much in support of this development. So we hereby declare total support for the second term of our beloved president, our beloved governor, Senator Prince Apostle Basi Otu.
The Special Advisor, General Duties, Ekpenyo Akaba, who spoke for appointees, said the endorsement was an appreciation to the governor for redeeming the image of the state.
The fact speaks for itself. What the governor has done, like they used to say, is visible to the blind. Even the deaf is now talking because of what the governor have done. So we are here to thank God because the governor has made us proud, because the governor has redeemed the image of Cross River State, and also increased the opportunities for the people of the South to continue to lead Cross River. So we are endorsing him as a local government. We are also thanking all of you across the state for standing by us, because that endorsement is for us.
The chairman of Odukpani Local Government Council, Chief Itim Asido, expressed gratitude to the people for showing loyalty and commitment to support the governor till 2031 and maintain that council is committed to inclusive development.
Father and mother have done wonders, and we are here to celebrate him and thank him.
Sunday Ina, CRBC News.
Thank you, Sunday Ina, for that report. And still on the endorsement galore, as the saying goes, that women makes the world go round. This came to bear as the women of Obudu local government area also came together with smiles and dancing alongside their colorful attires to endorse Senator Prince Basi Otu, Right Honorable Peter Ode, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his vice, Kashim Shettima, for their second term bid. The report.
The Obudu local government area women have endorsed the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and his vice, Kashim Shettima, as well as the state governor, Senator Basi Otu, and his deputy, Right Honorable Peter Ode, for second term in office come 2027 general election. The president of the Obudu Women, Dr. Mrs. Sylvia Atsu, described Governor Tu as an infrastructural governor, which in just 2 years in office has achieved a lot in developing not just the state capital, but also transforming the Northern Senatorial District and the Obudu local government area at large. Dr. Mrs. Atsu also thanked the governor's wife, Mrs. Ayon 102, for playing a supportive role and stressed that come 2027 general election, the women of Obudu are rendering 100% support to the governor.
We are here to do a very striking event today. By way of a rally, we are here to endorse the leadership of this country in our great party, the APC. So, we have decided as Obudu people, after watching him perform in the last 2 years and counting, we have decided to come and equivocally endorse him for a second tenure come 2027.
The treasurer of Obudu Women, Mrs. Catherine Agba Ajibike, also thanked the governor and his wife for carrying the women along in his administration.
The women have come together to support Her Excellency, the Mother of the State, and by extension support her husband to continue in government in 2027. For the women, you know, women are usually the most active in politics. In campaigns, they're always there in their numbers. In elections, they're always there with their children. They're the majority of the voters. But when it comes to after the politics, the elections have been won and it's time to govern. The women are usually not so much in the forefront. But Her Excellency has
tried to carry the women along, put some women in the exco, put some women as chairman of council, put some women as special advisors, and different positions in government.
Declaring their full intent, some women declared their support for the governor and his dear wife.
That this is a government that has never owed any salary before we think of anything. Can you imagine that the the April salary was paid on the 21st to allow people, some to receive it before them, to allow people to celebrate their Easter. So this is a government that has the people in mind. So they have told me to come and declare their stand that without any doubt that they want the prince and his wife back to the government in 2027. That's why we are here. Tell Otu and Ode that they should continue. We are feeling his impact, and it is really the season of sweetness. We in Cross River State, we are in the season of sweetness. We have experienced that sweetness, and we want the sweetness to continue. That's why we have gathered to endorse them right from the president, our governor, and the deputy governor, that they should continue in 2027. And so from Timadia angle of the chapter, we said there is no vacancy in 2027.
High point of the day was endorsement of President Bola Tinubu and Governor Basi Otu. Ekejomba on CRBC TV NEWSCOPE.
Thank you for that report. We'll go on a short break, and when we're back, NEWSCOPE continues. Just stay with us.
Hello, Daddy. I want to buy handouts.
Okay, how much is it?
You know it's 700, so just tell him 1,000. It's 20k.
Jesus!
And that one is just for the registration.
Come here, my body they shake. Come here, my body they shake. My body they shake. Blood of Jesus, blood of Jesus, blood.
Welcome back. According to the United Nations, democracy provides an environment that respects human rights and fundamental freedoms, and in which the freely expressed will of people is exercised. Let's hear what residents, political stalwarts, amongst others in Cross River State have to say about this year's Democracy Day, celebrated every 12th day of June. The report.
Democracy Day is a national public holiday in Nigeria to commemorate the restoration of democracy in 1999, commemorated on June 12. Until 2018, it was celebrated annually on May 29. It is a tradition that has been held annually beginning in the year 2000. June 12 was formerly known as Abiola Day, celebrated in Lagos and some western states of Nigeria. The Nigerian Democracy Day theme song was written by Atiso on the directives of the Buhari-led administration in 2017 as part of the celebration to mark the day. The National Assembly members, Senator Eten Williams and Right Honorable Joseph Basi, stressed that democracy is a form of government in which political power is vested in the people or the population of the state, and also called on Nigerians to be patient with the government of the day.
We are celebrating democracy. If you listen to the panel, especially Senator Sagwa, you see the difference between then and the military and now. We have freedom. You can write nonsense, you can write politics, you can write anything. Nobody will arrest you. And we have evidence of democracy being what we have in our various communities. Most communities have road, we have light, we have water. That shows that we are still learning. What we have now, 76 years, shows that yes, democracy is the best because you have a right to choose.
Having courage, because leadership is not only about making policies that are very comfortable. Sometimes you need to go out of your ways to make very wonderful policies that has to do with God's. I want to encourage that in my constituency, and it takes time. Getting the process of bills to that part where the president gives assent to it. It's not a process that just happens overnight. You work hard, you lobby with your friends and your colleagues, you try to put it in place, and I believe that by the grace of God, I will achieve that so that I can improve on the life of our people and bring the impact of democracy to them.
June 12, celebrated annually as Democracy Day, this national holiday honors the country's transition from decades of military rule to civilian leadership, and it is deeply rooted in the legacy of annulled June 12, 1993 presidential election, widely regarded as Nigeria's freest and fairest vote, won by Chief MKO Abiola. Some State House of Assembly members said for 26 years now, Nigerians have enjoyed the dividends of democracy despite the hardship in the country.
We expect that it will be better when we find ourselves now. But there are a lot of challenges for the past 26 years. I believe that our democracy is actually growing. We will learn from our mistakes and see how we can move further.
I represent, I wish them well. I wish them to have confidence in us, have confidence in Nigeria, can have confidence with the government of His Excellency Prince Basi Ederotu, because his People First mantra is working. He may not have reached all the local government at this time, but he has done reasonably well. Let's continue to keep hopes of our lives, and even with our president, let's have hope, even as Cross-Riverians, as Nigerians, to know too well that our democracy is still young.
The 26 years uninterrupted democracy. As a politician, I would say we are not there yet, but we are getting there. On a daily basis, we are moving. So we thank God for the position, for where we are today. And with the help of God, I think we'll get there. The president of the country is doing so much. The governor of Cross River State is doing so much. And I believe we'll get there by the special grace of God.
We have to congratulate ourselves for having come far. That Nigeria is experiencing its 26th anniversary of uninterrupted democracy. To God be the glory that we have come this far. Really, it's a maturing and, let me say, growing democracy.
The notion of democracy has evolved considerably over time. Throughout history, one can find evidence of direct democracy in which communities make decisions through popular assembly. Today, the dominant form of democracy is representative democracy, where citizens elect government officials to govern on their behalf. In their contributions, Dr. Erasmus Ekpang, Dr. Gloria Fiong, and Lady Laurentia Ita stress on the importance of democracy.
Democracy means a lot to us as Nigerians. It's the liberty that we needed to help us explore what others did. Democracy has given us all that we've seen. We wouldn't have come this far without democracy. We talk about the dividends of democracy, both in administration and finance, in the lifestyle of all Nigerians. We've seen a lot of difference.
History of a democratic process is worth celebrating because it has given us the opportunity to express to the world that we can, as civilians, take charge of the governance of the nation.
We have come a long way in democracy in Nigeria. For us to have 26 intervening years, we've been continuous 26 years of democracy.
First of all, thank God for this democracy since 1999 that has been uninterrupted. And also commend the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for his infrastructural developmental efforts and majorly a lot of new programs that are people related. So I must commend the President of the Federal Republic for his interventions and interest in Cross River State.
That 26 years after this, the beginning of this Fourth Republic, we made some milestones, but we still have some challenges. And so we all must join hands to support our leaders from the president to the governors, members of the National Assembly, members of the State House of Assembly, chairmen of local government, to deliver on the dividends of democracy and at the same time hold them to account.
Nigeria has our leaders shall try to see how democracy is for the people.
For NEWSCOPE, I am Ekejumba.
You know, whilst growing up in our school days, we were told that democracy is for the people, by the people, and of the people. We hope that democracy truly comes to play in Nigeria. And thank you for that report. Street trading has become an increasingly prominent feature of the urban landscape in Calabar metropolis, with traders lining major roads, walkways, and public spaces to sell goods ranging from foodstuffs to clothing and household essentials. With this informal economic activity provides a vital source of income for many residents, thereby leading to significant challenges related to urban planning, traffic congestion, sanitation, and law enforcement agency trying to scare them off the street. Let's take a look at this report on street trading.
Street trading along Calabar Road and in the vicinity of Wat Market remains a pressing issue in Calabar metropolis, even as the state government continues its efforts to restore order in the city. Despite the recent clearance of traders from Marion Road, areas like Etimeden Park, Wat Roundabout, and the stretch of Calabar Road leading to Bickwall Junction remains heavily congested with roadside stalls and hawkers. These traders, run by the steady flow of customers in these busy commercial zones, often occupy pavement, bus stops, and portions of the road itself, creating serious traffic bottlenecks and safety hazards for motorists and pedestrians alike. The impact of this illegal street trading is evident in the growing disorder, increased road accidents, and unsanitary conditions. During peak hours, commuters struggle to navigate through blocked sidewalks and slow-moving traffic, while pedestrians are forced into the road, increasing the risk of accident. Waste from food vendors and plastic packaging clogs the drainage systems, particularly near Wat Roundabout, leading to flooding whenever it rains. The visual pollution caused by makeshift stalls and scattered litter undermines the beauty and planning of Calabar central areas, which were once models of cleanliness and order. In response to the government's efforts to curb this by designating green areas along the roads, some residents of the state are of the belief that it is the right thing to do, as street traders are at risk every day.
That is the road now. They can have accident or more break fire. They can even kill somebody. That is not good. They can shoot them inside.
Well, it's risky. As far as I'm concerned, it's risky. What if, as they are on the road selling, maybe a reckless driver just charge into them? You know, what will happen will be, should I say, it will be more dangerous than adultery. So I think street trading is bad. It's bad, very, very bad.
Meanwhile, the traders have this to say.
I feel that if they want us to leave this place, we should not sell here or do any business here. They should look for another place for us to stay or where we can stay. So that is it. The government have another place to give us to stay. Fine, but if they don't have, what is that the government don't care about people. They only care about flowers. And what will flowers do to us? Are we going to eat from flowers? That is the way we are gaining from. This is where we are eating from. This is where our income are coming from. So you cannot just be staying like that and be looking flowers. That will come and give us what to eat.
Some are of the belief that the government should provide options for the traders while carrying out the exercise of clearing the roads, as this is their source of livelihood.
It's actually a way of sustenance in them, cater for themselves, their family, for cater for life in general. You know, so taking street trading off the street will be like a breakdown to them. So in order to do that, in order for the government to come and take it off, they have to create how do I call it? They have to create another way for them to continue with what they are living on.
Where they can. Nowadays, there are so many competitions. People want to sell his or her own goods. They want to finish before the other person. But selling by the street or on the roadside, I don't think, even if the customer is not supposed to get to you today, definitely will get to you tomorrow, whether you're inside the market selling or outside selling on the road.
While the government initiatives, particularly the use of green areas, are steps in the right direction, more consistent enforcement and trader engagement are needed. Without alternative livelihoods and affordable market spaces, many street traders will continue to return to the road. To fully restore order in Calabar Road and Rat Market areas, the government must balance regulation with empathy, ensuring that public safety and urban order go hand in hand with economic opportunity. For TRBC News Panorama, Ifeoluwa Ekpe-Ita reporting.
Thank you for that report. And on to our last report for this segment. In recent months, the streets of Calabar metropolis have witnessed a noticeable resurgence in the presence of beggars, sparking concern among residents, authorities, social development stakeholders, among others. Once lauded for its cleanliness and orderliness, the city is now grappling with a visible increase in street begging, particularly in high traffic areas such as markets, traffic junctions, and religious centers. Let's take a look at this report on beggars in the streets of Calabar, the report.
Once known for its clean streets and relative social order, Calabar is now witnessing an increasing number of beggars, many of them elderly, physically challenged, or children frequenting traffic intersections, markets, and religious centers in search of alms. Residents and business owners say the trend, which had significantly reduced in previous years due to government intervention, is now gradually returning. The presence of child beggars in particular has become a troubling sight for many residents. Some report feeling uneasy or even threatened during encounters, with certain children displaying aggressive behavior when approached or offered assistance. There is also a growing hesitation around providing long-term help, as some individuals claim that these children resist support and may lash out at those who try to intervene. The issue continues to spark mixed reactions, with call for both empathy and stronger regulations. A local resident, Mr. Vincent Dominic, questions the presence of beggars on the streets, noting that many appear physically able and capable of working to support themselves. He also suggests the introduction of empowerment programs to help them become self-reliant and productive members of the society.
To me, for all these children, I don't know, sometimes I used to ask myself why their mothers they have two hands and they have two legs. So all they will do is that just to sit down one place and be asking their children to go and be baking. Whenever someone is dropping from a bus or a taxi, they will be coming out and be baking. And if you wish to give them, they will be tracking your clothes with you. So it's serious and it's so annoying that I don't think it's good. I don't like it. Their mother should find something and do, or if they don't have the money, even if one can empower them so they can have something to.
Mr. Silvanus Renani recounts a personal experience with beggars during a time he was in a hurry, describing the discomfort and embarrassment he felt when he had to stop and explain that he had no money to give. He further expressed his concern about the negative impacts these beggars have on the appearance of the streets of Calabar, emphasizing the need for action to address the situation.
I remember one time like that, one day like that, I was coming back from somewhere, and then I saw these guys clustering me, and they were like, please, I need something to eat. And at that moment, although they were lucky, I had to give them something, but it's always embarrassing because they have a way of, I don't know, they have a way of stopping you from going to where you want to go, do you understand? And I think the government should try and do something about it, because they are trying to, in fact, I don't know, facing Calabar, you know, if you go to the left, to the right, there's always see them around, which is not good.
They need help, says Evangelist Okon Otu, acknowledging the complex situation surrounding street beggars. He noted that while many of them can be stubborn and resistant to support, they are still in need of assistance. He shares an experience from the time of the previous administration, which attempted to help by providing a shelter for the beggars. Unfortunately, due to poor conduct and misuse of the facility, the initiative was eventually shut down. Evangelist Otu further expressed concern about reports that some of these beggars carry weapons at night and pose a threat to public safety.
It's a fact that you say all these children working in the streets need help and assistance. You know, though some can, because of their stubbornness, or some things they are weak or wither, they now run around the street in other places. So I think government can think about it. Because these children, see, it's not only in the night they need to transform themselves to transformation. They can, just as they are small, in midnight you see them with small, these weapons, they can rob and do anything. So I think they should give them a residence for them to send them to school, help them.
Concluding with Mr. Richard Edem, he notes that compared to his home state, there's a significantly higher number of beggars in Calabar, describing his encounter with them as embarrassing and emphasized the need for organizations dedicated to support and rehabilitate them. Mr. Edem believes that many of these children see begging as their only means of survival, but with access to education, they could develop a new mindset and envision a different future for themselves.
Yes, with the street beggars have been quite embarrassing. I'm new in the city of Calabar, and although in comparison to where I come from, we have less of them there, and I've not really had direct interaction with them. But here in the streets of Calabar, we have so many of them, and like I said, it's very, very embarrassing. Imagine you're going for a walk, like the experience I had yesterday. I was on my way to work, and one of these street beggars head on to me, and I got stained. I felt so bad because I knew the steps I had to go through to get my clothes ready for my work. So the experience is embarrassing, especially if you are a stranger, and it's terrible.
The rise in street begging across Calabar highlights the need for renewed attention and practical solutions. With more individuals appearing in public spaces, residents are calling for supportive programs that encourage self-reliance while maintaining the city's order and safety. A coordinated approach may help address the situation more effectively. For CRBC NEWSCOPE, Judy Tugbong reporting.
Thank you for that report. As one of the greatest philosophers said, Socrates, an unexamined life is not worth living. So man, know thyself. That's the much we can take for today. Do keep a date with us next week and you won't regret it. On behalf of the production team and our producer, Udwak Ikang Opeten, I remain your presenter, Rachel Uko. Do stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.